You're listening to Cosplay Bites, the podcast that takes a closer look at the world of cosplay, conventions, and all the nerdy bits and bytes. Brought to you by the Lightning Palace and proudly sponsored by Anchor. Join me as I discuss a variety of topics and conventions alongside the joy of bringing your favorite characters to life. Okay, hey, what's going on, everybody? And we're here for another new episode of Cosplay Bites, the show about cosplay, conventions, and all the other nerdy bits and bytes of going to cons. Or we would be, but, everything's shut down.
True.
In this episode, I have with me the super amazing and talented Laika.
Oh, thanks. Hi, guys.
Hi. So before we get into that, just a quick, just top of the show stuff. For those who don't know, Cosplay Bites is a podcast that I do as often as I can each month, pending, getting schedules set up with guests and whatnot. But you can listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Anchor. Also, just a quick normal shout out to my patrons over on my Patreon. I have Kendall, Nicole Marie Jean, Noah, Mink the Satyr, Katyuska Moonfox, Oh My Sophie, Coralia Jade, and Shaylin. And just a quick update on my blog, The Lightning Palace. You can check out cosplay posts that I've done on outfits such as Cammy Cat's Widowmaker, Neko Strophic's Non from Kill la Kill, Katie Gray's Bikini Meowth, and a whole lot of other stuff that I've done, as well as some upcoming posts that will be going live soon. And with that out of the way, we're going to get into the main focus, which is my guest. So I actually found Laika's work before you changed the name, back when you were still Cortana Blue, and it was because of K-Bear Cosplay was a fan of your work, and she shared it, and I was like, oh, she's cute. Let me follow her.
That's how it goes with her, yeah.
Yeah. But, so just to give you guys just a little, before I turn it over to you, but for those who don't know, Laika is she's obviously into nerdy stuff. She's a sex worker mainly on OnlyFans, as well as a super talented musician. She's got a really good voice, you guys. I'm not joking. Not joking around. But so with that being said, I'll leave it to you. Like, tell us how you got into. Well, so music came first, obviously, from what I'm guessing. Like, you were way into music, I guess, growing up, and then sex work, that kind of came into play as you got older.
Yeah, so when I started singing, I was super young, I would play and sing with my dad. And then I didn't really see that as a career or anything. Even though I was singing all the time, it just didn't seem attainable, right?
Right.
So when I started sex work, I think I was 24, and I noticed it was going really well for me, and I started playing guitar and singing for everyone on cam, and that's kind of when it pushed me to realize that being a musician isn't unattainable just because you're a sex worker.
Right.
Yeah. So that's pretty much that.
Yeah, so I've noticed that you're primarily on OnlyFans, because I've noticed a huge kind of shift, mainly in the cosplay world, where a lot of cosplayers, they have their Patreon, they have selling prints at cons when they're able to go to them, but a lot of them have also opened up their own OnlyFans, whether it's free or it's paid.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Yeah. Do you think that's a good thing, or like it's awesome to see like a lot more people like jumping in? Well, jumping in kind of sounds.
No, they definitely. I think it's better for them than Patreon, that's for sure, because you can't really do a lot of the stuff you can do on OnlyFans on Patreon, you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's easier for a lot of people to just pay a monthly price of whatever they set it to. And then if they want to buy extra stuff that they would get in the tiers, they can just tip for it separately, kind of
That's
thing.
true.
So, yeah, I definitely think it's good that everyone's moving over. It's definitely more competition. Obviously, for the people and the girls who were originally cam girls, and then we all moved over to OnlyFans for the most part. So the competition's definitely a lot stronger now, but I definitely always tell everyone, like, if you're considering making one and you're already out there, like, you might as well just do it and see how it works out.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of complaints about Patreon like over the last couple of years, mainly with the more I guess I'll say provocative cosplay that go into like the lewd/nude territory, where it's like their Patreons will get either banned or they'll kind of get like shadow banned, where you can't even search for them like in like the main search tool on Patreon. Like you have to go to their direct link. And then all the other weird banking issues that they've had, where I remember, I guess they Patreon at a company like transferred their main banking situation or routing stuff for another place in another country. And that caused a lot of pledges to get canceled because their like debit or credit card would get denied because they would see the transaction coming through like a foreign company, and it'd be
oh geez.
So, yeah, that caused a lot of stress maybe a few years ago.
Yeah, I don't know if I heard about that, but I had no idea that, like, if OnlyFans did that, everyone would be pissed.
Oh yeah.
Like, everyone would be, because OnlyFans as well has a lot of issues in general, but I noticed, like, there's been times where I didn't get paid for like 3 to 4 weeks, and there'd be like $20,000 sitting that was already taken out of my OnlyFans. It wasn't in my bank account. So,
right.
I've noticed a lot of girls complaining, but now that they've kind of fixed up everything, it seems to be a bit better. But I don't know if any website is going to have like better payments, because a lot of banks and payment websites that the sex work websites use, they allow sex work compared to the ones that there's so many, like 90% of banking doesn't allow sex work.
Right.
So they have to find the ones that allow it.
Yeah. That's crazy. That must be a headache for you girls.
Yeah, it's so stupid, but we do what we gotta do.
Yeah. I mean, I keep saying to myself, like, I'm just looking at it because I always have to. I either like I'll use OnlyFans either on my laptop or through the web browser on my phone. I'm just thinking, why can't they just get a mobile app already? Like, come on.
So, they can't, because Apple doesn't allow sex work apps.
Oh, are you sure? Oh my gosh, that's why? Oh my god.
Yep. So I've seen many people complain about it. Yeah, and I know someone who works at MFC, who I've met through conventions and doing events with MFC, and I talk to him all the time about problems with OnlyFans, because he gets like the inside scoop talking to someone who's on the website. Sure. And they've straight up said that they can't do it because Apple, and I guess Android too, then they don't allow it.
Oh my god, that's annoying.
Yeah, I know.
Well, there goes that question.
But it doesn't make sense, because like you can use Tinder and like dating websites and stuff where people are going to hook up, or like Grindr, for instance. Like that's like notoriously known for being like not a sex app, but you go on Grindr to fuck, right?
Right.
And right. And
right.
But they won't allow something as simple as a website where not only like there's not only people uploading nudity, like a lot of people do non-nude and stuff like that, but
right.
Yeah.
Do you feel that sex work has changed over the last, I'll say 5 years or so? Like since since you started like with, because you started on My Free Cams.
No, I started on Chatterbait.
Okay, started on Chatterbait. Since then, have you feel like it's changed, like for worse, for the better, or?
I mean, camming is always growing and changing, and us girls, we see the changes in people tipping or stuff like that. There's been a pandemic, right? So
Right.
I mean, a lot of girls noticed that their numbers were dropping or people weren't subbing because of that, and things like that happen all the time though, like when it's Christmas time or when people are spending a lot of money, we see those changes. But the only big change that I've really seen was the jump from MFC or Chatterbait to strictly OnlyFans, and that's just because of the accessibility of it. Like, you don't have to get dressed and do your makeup and pick an outfit and sit on cam for 8 hours and not know how much money you're going to make. But when you have OnlyFans, you're taking the pictures at your own pace and everyone's already paid.
Right.
So it's such a different atmosphere, but it's never going to be the same as going live and interacting with people live, because that's something that people really like. But a lot of the girls like myself who don't necessarily want to click on and have to be on all the time on cam, I'd much rather just do everything at my own pace.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I personally, since I started using it, I kind of prefer it a little bit more than Patreon, because
Yeah.
I mean, unless the people that I sub to on Patreon have a really good, there are people that I'm sub to on Patreon, but at the lowest level, because I like to support a lot of my friends that that make cosplay or make art. But unless they have really good physical merch attached to their tier that I want to try to get, prints or Polaroids or whatnot, there's really not much else. I'm more comfortable paying a generally a cheaper price for just a month to see what they're going to put on there, and then if I have to tip for extra stuff, then I gladly would, because I definitely have done that in the past.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a better model for sure. It's been way easier for so many people, especially if they do keep it at a relatively low price. I try not to go over $10 a month. I've tried all different prices, but $10 for me seems to be the middle ground that everyone's comfortable with them.
The kind of sweet spot. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So tell us, or I guess me in this matter, about your sort of gaming history, because this is going to be a stupid assumption, but I'm pretty sure this is the right one, where your old name, your old handle, Cortana Blue, that was named after Cortana from Halo, right?
100%, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm not stupid.
No, but a lot of people don't understand that. It's true. Yeah, so my gaming history, I started when I was 5 or 6, obviously, in the 90s. And I started on a Super Nintendo. And then my parents got us every console as they came out. So we got a Nintendo 64, and I'm pretty sure we had a Sega Dreamcast, and we had a PlayStation, the very first one, and a PS2. And then I kind of fell out of gaming just because I had other interests when I was a teenager. I don't know what I was doing back then, but I can tell you I definitely wasn't playing video games. And then when I got into my my late teens and early 20s, I really started falling back into gaming. And I was big on Xbox. That's where the Cortana thing comes from, because Halo was one of my favorite series of all times.
Yeah.
And I eventually got a PS3 when The Last of Us came out, which I believe was June 2013, because I was working at GameStop or EB Games in Canada.
Yeah.
And then since then, I've played both consoles, but more so the PS4 because I have more friends on PlayStation
Right.
than anything else. So I've definitely been a little bit consumed in gaming for a few years. I'm actually taking a break right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been 3 months since I've touched any games except Animal Crossing.
Okay. Yep. That's a fair reason. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just spending too much time. Like I was playing Overwatch like 8 hours a day and like not doing anything else, and it was
Oh
really
God.
distracting. Yeah, from my life. So
So yeah, you're Overwatch trash. Okay. All right.
it's true. It's true. I don't deny it. It's a trash game, but I still have such a soft spot for it. I don't know what it is. I'm addicted.
Yeah, I mean, I've never played a match of Overwatch, but I mean, I don't see myself interested in that kind of game.
Really?
No,
That's weird, right?
it is weird. I'm weird.
That's okay. I'm weird too.
Yeah, but
It's definitely like I was never into like multiplayer games ever. Like I didn't start playing multiplayer games until I started playing Overwatch like 2 years ago.
okay.
So I was always like a single player story based game, really into like sci-fi and shooters. And then like my boyfriend, now my husband, he got me to play Overwatch, and like I don't know what happened and what changed in me, but like the minute I started playing that, it was like game over. I was like obsessed with it, and
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, because I also recall that um you have a tattoo of Liara, so I'm gonna say that Mass Effect is also a favorite game of yours.
Yeah, I
Like,
definitely I love Mass Effect. Like it's one of my favorite game series of all time.
yeah, I came into it really like well after the trilogy ended when
Hmm.
I guess they released the trilogy set for Xbox 360, and I was like, oh, okay, now I understand why everyone loved this and why everyone was so pissed at the third game's ending
Yeah,
at the time.
I know. That was a bummer. Like
Yeah,
a big bummer. Everyone says that. And it's been like I'm gonna say since Mass Effect 3 came out, it's had to have been like 6 or 7 years.
right.
And we're never gonna get like a resolved true ending, I guess, that everyone would be happy with.
Yeah, you can't please everyone.
It's true.
Did you play Andromeda?
I did. And I, I put about 40 hours into it. And I don't know, I got bored. Like it wasn't thrilling. Like I didn't really connect with any of the characters, or maybe I didn't give them a chance, but I think 40 hours is fair.
No, that is fair.
Yeah. Even though like actually the trilogy I put so much time into.
Oh yeah.
But overall, like I did not like Andromeda. And then I think it was Kotaku who released like a statement about, not really a statement, but an article about like the behind the scenes at BioWare and like the shitstorm that went on with
Oh
them
god.
making Andromeda. And once I read that, it was like such a turn off because BioWare, it was a mess. Like all the original writers left, and like they were trying a new engine, and like it was just, they shouldn't have released it when they did, and then maybe it wouldn't have been so shitty.
Like they should have had a little bit more time to work on it and polish it up and whatnot.
I think so, yeah. Or
Yeah.
like I think they could have waited another year and then truly made the game something good, but like there was a lot of glitches. Like did you play it?
No, I was waiting to hear like reviews on it, and then I was just reading all the stuff, like all the weird glitches and
Mhm.
weird graphical looks, and I was like, oh, maybe I should skip out on this one.
Yeah, and I mean it was definitely nothing special, even though I didn't finish it. Like I had no desire to.
Right.
But yeah, it there was a lot of glitches and a lot of issues, and it just, what a disappointment.
Yeah.
Like straight up. It was so disappointing.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Yeah.
Um, have you played The Last of Us 2?
So I bought it the day it came out, and then the day after that, I think I left for Florida to get my surgery. So I never had a chance to play it. And then I just haven't played it yet. And I don't know why I haven't, but I just haven't had, again, I'm like on a video game break. And I think once you're on a break, it's easy to just like not want to play anything.
Yeah.
It happens, but I am looking forward to playing it. I just don't know when I'm going to actually sit down and do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I was just sticking with the Uncharted stuff because I mean, like, it didn't like The Last of Us didn't really grab me. Like, I just didn't have an interest to buy it or play it.
Yeah,
for that matter. So I mean, obviously, I was gonna skip on the second one too, but like mainly for me, like I've been doing like the daily logins for the 2 mobile games that I'm playing, Animal Crossing, and then just playing through the new Paper Mario game like really steadily. Like
there's a new Paper Mario game?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I had no idea.
Which ones have you played?
I definitely played one. The last one I played was for the 3DS XL.
Sticker Star. Okay, how did you like
Sticker Star. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Yeah.
Other people didn't.
I liked it. I actually loved it. So I think when I get off this podcast with you, I'm definitely going to get my Switch and then buy it because I had no idea. I just don't keep up with Nintendo as much as I keep up with everything else. So I had no idea.
No, it was so bizarre because they just dropped it. They just dropped a trailer on Twitter. And then this was like in May. Okay. And then it had a release date of 2 weeks ago, July 17th. And everyone was like, wait, it's this close? What?
Wow. I wonder if they did that like because of quarantine or something, like they needed to like give some like people something to do or
maybe,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like that's random.
Because they haven't even had they haven't had like a major like E3 like press conference because E3 got canceled.
Yeah.
So far I'm actually digging it. I mean the combat system again, it's something completely different. It's not the traditional back to the RPG route from like Thousand Year Door in the original N64 game. But it's gorgeous to look at, and like the dialogue is like just as funny as it usually is. Like I skipped out on Sticker Star because I've heard how bad people didn't like it, and I also skipped out on Color Splash, same exact reason for the Wii U.
Okay.
But so far I'm liking it. Like I've gotten a little bit pissed at how some of the boss fights have been, but I'm not that far into it. But yeah, no, I've been playing it like really slowly because I've just got a lot of other like life stuff going on. But
yeah, of course.
It's usually like I think honestly, like after I clear through the Origami King, I think I'm gonna. God, the next game on my radar might just be Cyberpunk.
I've seen a little bit about that game, but I haven't like really done my research on that game.
Yeah.
So I don't really know anything about it.
Well, it's done by the same people that made The Witcher.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's a giant RPG like kind of action game. Apparently, like The Witcher, The Witcher was based off of a series of books. This is based off a board game.
Oh.
I didn't know existed. Like a really like I guess heavy story related board game, but it looks insane. I mean, they somehow got Keanu Reeves to be in the game.
Oh my god. What the heck?
You didn't see? Oh my god.
No, I didn't. I don't know how I haven't seen more about this game. Maybe it's because I'm not looking. Maybe. But I had no idea.
That was a huge thing at E3 last year where he legit crashed. I think it was the Xbox conference when they were showing off Cyberpunk 2077, and it was the whole meme of like how the whole meme of like during the conference and he showed up and everyone lost their goddamn minds. And so he was talking, and then at one point a dude from the audience screamed at him saying, "You're breathtaking," because Keanu was explaining how the game when he was looking at it was breathtaking, and then like the crowd was starting to laugh, and then he replied saying the whole audience was breathtaking. And
oh my god, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's too funny. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I watched some of E3 last year, but I don't remember what I was doing around this time, or I guess June of last year. So I'm surprised I didn't watch the Xbox conference because that's usually the one I care about more, obviously, because of Halo. And
Halo, yeah.
yeah, definitely. So I don't know. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like it'll be an awesome game too.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it because I'm willing to give it a chance because I tried to play The Witcher 3, and it gave. I understand that it's very popular,
Yeah.
but it's like I was playing it and it was giving me such like giant like World of Warcraft vibes
Yeah.
with the scope and the questing. I was like, oh god, I don't have time for this. I don't. I couldn't. So I
That's the
just
number
stopped.
one thing I think people have with these ginormous RPGs is that like I own a copy of The Last Witcher for Xbox and I never opened it. Or I did open it actually, and I downloaded it for whatever I needed on my Xbox and then I just never played it because it was so overwhelming.
Yeah, I'm worried Cyberpunk is going to give me that much. Well, they said that the like the map, like the whole
Mhm.
area is smaller than The Witcher, so I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, they're telling like the scope of like the questing and the story is so giant, like
Wow.
all the different story branching paths you can take. So
That
yeah,
sounds pretty fucking cool though.
yeah, no, definitely like look up some videos. Definitely watch the Keanu Reeves introduction.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so out of the loop now. I guess too, like I just if you're I don't follow enough. Like I'm pretty sure I follow like IGN, I follow 343 and BioWare and whatever and Blizzard obviously.
Yeah,
But I don't follow any of like the gaming news people that like are Twitter accounts.
right.
So I just don't see stuff as often as I should, which is so sad. But it was way better when I worked at GameStop because I was like in it, you know?
Oh yeah,
Like we knew everything. And now I feel like old and like I'm out of the loop.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did
That's
you?
funny.
So did you see the Xbox conference about their new console?
So I didn't watch the conference, but I've heard about the console. I'm I don't okay, I definitely like have to get one, obviously.
Because of Halo, yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. Like I'm trying to think like I have every single Halo console except um I don't think they did one for the original Xbox, but I have every single special edition Halo Xbox and I'm like fuck.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like I'm going to drop like what? How much is it? Like 600
No
maybe?
one knows yet, and
Okay, no one
we're
knows.
waiting.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm assuming it's going to be around 5 or 600. I'm going to drop that. I'm going to play one game and then I'm never going to touch it again. So
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel.
yeah. Because the thing with me is that like I'm gonna. I mean, I loved my 360. Like I loved all the games I got on it. I'm the only shooter that I was really ever into were Borderlands,
Mhm.
and that's kind of it. Like Halo never grabbed me. I
Okay.
wasn't really that interested. So I mean, because between the new Xbox and the PlayStation 5, I was obviously gonna go with the PS5. But it's like I watched their conference. Shockingly finding out that at the end, not only do they have like their normal version that takes like hard disks,
Mhm.
but they also have a digital version.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking, oh, maybe that'll be cheaper. But then I'm looking at like the game that they showed off.
Mhm.
I mean, the only game that excited me was the new Spider-Man game that they have.
Yeah,
But
I
every,
can see that.
but everyone's saying that the Spider-Man Miles Morales game, that's not a game. That's like an add-on, sort of
Hmm.
similar to like the Uncharted like last. What was that? The Uncharted game that wasn't Uncharted 4, but it was sort of like a shorter campaign.
Mhm.
But they're also saying that it's also going to be tacked on to like a remaster or like an HD upgrade of the original Spider-Man.
Oh. Oh, dude, my husband's going to love that. Like legit.
Is he more into like comics and whatnot, or
Yeah. So him and I have definitely different tastes in nerd culture.
okay,
He loves, I think Spider-Man's probably his favorite. But he loves all the Marvel DC stuff and
yeah,
the comic books and like all that other shit. And I'm way more into like basically just sci-fi stuff.
okay,
There's very few fantasy games that I've played. And I also don't really have any interest in like the superhero stuff.
sure.
So I don't know if he knows about the Spider-Man thing, but I'm gonna have to tell him because
I'm gonna be willing to bet yes. I'm willing. I mean, you can ask him, and he'll probably say yes. Yes, I know.
I feel like he would have told me, but I don't know. Sometimes when you're married, you both talk a lot and you're not really listening, you know?
No, I get that.
You're just blabbing on. But
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I think he would die if there was an actual like Miles Morales game because when we got married, he was Miles Morales for our wedding.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, and I think that would be an awesome concept for a game, but not if it's just going to be an add-on. That kind of sucks.
yeah. I mean, that's what everyone's been saying.
It's not confirmed though.
I'd have to look it up, but
Yeah.
it's because they're saying it's just like it's a standalone adventure, like that takes place obviously after the end of the Spider-Man game. But no, other people have been saying that like it's going to be tacked on to like an HD upgrade because there's a lot of games that will have like they're coming out for like this current gen, but then they're also going to be for the next gen. And like I know like Xbox had their what they call smart delivery kind of thing where if you have the game or like Cyberpunk is a good example where Cyberpunk is going to come out in November for current gen and next gen because the consoles are going to be available by the end of the year.
Yeah.
They're saying that if you buy Cyberpunk 2077 for the current Xbox and you want it for the next Xbox, say you get the next one, you get the game for the next Xbox with all the like updated visuals free of charge.
Oh, that's sick. That's
I'm
great.
like, that's really smart.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, PS5 got to be doing the same thing. Otherwise, it's not going to be good.
No. And yeah, I feel like that's okay. So Microsoft is usually the money grabbers. Like, I don't know if you've noticed that, but definitely working at GameStop, we saw a lot of people complaining about Microsoft because of they just pay more for the console and for like whatever. But PlayStation is usually the one that everyone leans toward because I find that it's cheaper and people just like it more. I don't know why specifically, but I feel everyone leans more towards PlayStation unless you're a huge Halo fan or whatnot, right? So I'm assuming Sony's going to do that because if they don't, then they're going to lose out on so many customers because I don't want to buy a game twice. Like, why would I want to do that?
I've only done that for certain games because I gravitated more towards Sony more so with this generation because of series like Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts.
Yep.
Because they've been usually like specific to that system. But like I remember because I played the original Final Fantasy X on the PS2 when I had it, and then they did the HD remasters of 10 and its sequel, and I was like, I really love this game. Yes, I will buy it again and play it with updated visuals and updated music.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I think that's different. I definitely love. I love old remastered games, which if we tie that back to Mass Effect, people have been like bothering BioWare for years to release the trilogy for next gen console, and they've said time and time again that they're not doing it. Which I heard rumors recently that they are going to be doing it, but I don't know. I have no faith in BioWare, so. But I would love. No, seriously, I would die to play the Mass Effect trilogy again on next gen console. Like I would die. It would be amazing.
Oh, I bet.
I'd pay for it again.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Not? Right.
Yeah, because I know Borderlands has done that.
Oh, there's been tons of HD remakes.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there's been tons. Even The Last of Us did it, right?
Yeah, The Last of Us did it. Shadow of the Colossus.
That's an old game too.
All the Kingdom Hearts games have been released like a bajillion times, and it makes me laugh. I bought that for the PS4 again. Why not? I didn't want to go through the hassle of plugging in my PS2 and setting it all back up and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Ugh. But I think I'm generally leaning towards PS5, but I think I'm gonna wait based on their current like launch lineup.
Yeah. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna end up buying both. And because I don't have another choice. But I did hear that I think they're releasing Halo on PC as well.
Okay.
So I might do that if I don't want to buy the console, because I'm trying to think of other exclusives. Oh my god, for next gen Xbox that I would want to play, and nothing else except Halo comes to mind.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm probably gonna definitely use the PS5 way more.
Right.
So.
Because when we got a Switch, it would primarily be my younger brother's Switch because he pays for it. So obviously, when he moved away for work, he obviously took it with him.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I got my own Switch. I actually went with the Switch Lite.
Yep, that's what I have too.
Yeah, because all the times I remember playing the Switch, it'd be in handheld mode because it's perfect for like the RPG that I was into, like Octopath Traveler, Final Fantasy IX, the Pokemon games. Like I would play them in handheld mode. So I actually got the Pokemon Sword and Shield limited edition Switch Lite.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. But I've been like testing it as far as making it like a digital only console. Like I have very few games that are like hard copy in cartridge form.
Same with me.
So I'm saying to myself, like, I'm hoping the digital version for the PS5 will be cheaper.
Okay. I'm gonna say probably not. Like they're probably gonna charge regular price.
I
know. I don't think like digital games should, like when I bought The Last of Us, it was $79.99. Like digital.
Like 79. What did you get? Like a deluxe edition or something?
No, I think that was the regular version.
What?
I swear. Let me look it up. I'm like 99% sure that it was $79. Unless because the deluxe edition
or the digital deluxe
99. Hold on. The
$79.99 as opposed to $59.99.
I'm trying to find it.
That's $30 more.
Yeah, and also like I bought it. You're Canadian, right?
No, I'm not Canadian.
Oh, I thought you were Canadian. Why did I think that?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm in the US, girl.
Oh my god. I don't know why this entire time that I've known you, I thought you were Canadian.
What the fuck? The entire time? Oh yeah.
Okay, so
okay.
That's so funny. But
oh my god.
It says it was $59.99. I must have bought the deluxe one then.
Because I know they do digital deluxe edition where they'll come with like an online art book or like an online soundtrack or whatever.
That one was $69 actually, the deluxe edition. So I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Okay.
Oh man.
Boy.
I don't know what's going on with me anymore. Since quarantine, I'm just losing my goddamn mind.
I think everyone's losing their mind. I still have to go to work and I'm considered essential and I hate it.
Oh no. Like, are you working with people?
Yes.
Oh, what do you do again? I can't remember.
So I'm at a warehouse for one of the major pharmacy companies. That's all I'll say.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
It's obviously it's not what I want to do. Clearly. My passion is in like graphic design and like social media or like doing stuff like this, like podcasting or blogging.
Yep.
Like I'm doing the best I can to trying to find jobs, but it's like no one's hiring.
Well, I would say like at least you're not working with the general public. You're just working with people at the warehouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I would say having a job right now is better than being like
Absolutely. That's what everyone else says.
Yeah.
And like at least my coworkers can make things a little bit entertaining from time to time, but and it's second shift. So I get home late and then like I try to get in bed by 12:30.
Okay.
But then I'm an insane morning person.
Oh no.
So then I'll wake up at 5 or 6 or 7 because I'm nuts. And I'm just like I do see jobs here and there, like locally in my state or sometimes a state over, because a lot of jobs will do remote work, or they're transitioning to remote for the time being because of the virus.
Yeah.
And like graphic design, you can easily do that remote as long as I have a laptop and internet connection.
Yep.
So I mean, it's just a fingers crossed waiting game. Then I get something, and I feel like I'm close. It's just very wearing on me when you like apply to jobs and you hear nothing, and it's just.
Ugh. I feel like everyone's in the same boat though, so it's not as like you definitely know like it's not you. It's just
I keep telling myself that it's just it's not me. It's not because your work sucks.
No,
it may just be that you're not a good fit for the company right now, and then again. We're in a pandemic. No one's hiring. 40 million people lost their jobs.
Yeah, and also like a lot of people or a lot of companies are not willing to like spend extra money,
right?
To like hire new people, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
and that kind of stuff. So no, it's definitely not you. I know tons of people who don't have a job, and they're looking and they can't find anything. So I'm positive your work doesn't suck.
Oh, so thank you.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah. So kind of bringing it somewhat back to the cosplay related portion of the show. So have you? So I know that you cosplay. Like your husband was Miles at your wedding. You were Diva.
Yeah.
Have you been to any conventions like Comic-Con or gaming conventions before, or?
So I've been to a million cons.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So there's a huge one in Canada, in Toronto, called Fan Expo.
Yes.
And not only have I gone for years, I've also worked it when I was at EB Games or GameStop. I'll just say both of them so people don't get confused. And so yeah, I was working there, and then I've gone as a cosplayer.
Okay.
So yeah, when I did my Cortana Blue, or I mean not Cortana Blue, when I did my when I did my Cortana cosplays, I went there in them so that I could feel like I'm not wasting $400 worth of body paint and 8 hours to do it. But yeah, no, I love cons. I'm excited to be in the States now because I want to go to more cons like out here.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't been to any cons in the States. And I legitimately want to start cosplaying, even though everyone thinks I'm a cosplayer, even though I'm not. Like, I got voted for best cosplay cam girl for like 4 years in a row.
Oh wow.
For ADN. No, it's not good. I was like, I can't win this award. I'm not even a cosplayer. Like, it's not fair. But people just associate like Cortana with cosplay because she's a character in a video game, right?
Yeah.
But I want to start cosplaying. I definitely won't like make my outfits or anything like that because I'm not handy with that kind of stuff. But
sure,
I want, like, especially maybe even this year, to buy some custom costumes off people that make them, so I can support, you know, independent artists and also cosplay, because I don't see why not. I think it would be fun and people would really like it. They've been asking me for years, and I was like, I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
But
you could at least try to like get a list going and start like preparing for when cons open back up again.
Yeah, and which definitely won't be till next summer at least, right? I'm assuming.
Maybe, because I mean, I got lucky in that I attended PAX East this year, right as the pandemic was heating up.
Okay.
like the like all the sanitary worker did a phenomenal job like keeping the con clean, and some people did wear masks, others didn't, because I mean it didn't become like a mandatory thing at that time, which was like late February, early March.
Yep.
And then shit hit the fan. E3 got canceled, San Diego Comic-Con got canceled, and then every other con under the sun started canceling or postponing. And so my plan at the time was PAX East and then maybe the con in New York.
Okay.
Where I applied for a professional badge like under my podcast to see if I would get approved. And usually at this time, I would have heard something by now.
Yeah.
And that during the summer, that's when the badges would go on sale.
Okay.
I don't think that it is going to happen. I think like the Javits Center is waiting for them to cancel it or like get some kind of order from the city that, you know, they can't have the con. Because I mean, I wasn't even going to go because that during that same weekend, my best friend next door is getting married. Okay. But then I actually learned a couple weeks ago from my family that their wedding was postponed.
Oh my God.
So I was like, oh, so maybe I could go to Comic-Con in New York. But then I'm thinking, you know what, honestly, like I had just recently moved to my first apartment, and it's like, this is if anything the good year for me for cons to get canceled left and right, so I could save some money.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
And get a rhythm going, and like as far as like paying my bills and rent and whatnot. So, and like I got a media pass under my own show, under this show for PAX East, which was a huge accomplishment for me. Like something I've been wanting to do for so long since I started doing my blog. And so I was able to go like all 4 days, and it was such an awesome experience. Honestly, I had more fun at PAX East this year than I did at New York Comic-Con last year.
That's crazy. I've never been to a PAX con, so that's something I want to do really bad.
Oh yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll have to see. Like that's definitely a con I would be willing to go to back next year, even if it's sticking to maybe 1 or 2 cons a year from now on, just for a little bit. Yeah.
I think like you could definitely go to you can go to as many cons as you want, as long as you only spend the money on the tickets and like go for just one day, rather than going and then blowing like hundreds of dollars on the stuff there, because that's what I always do. Like
that's what I would always
help myself.
Yeah, no, that's what I would always prepare myself for New York Comic-Con. It's like, all right, I'm gonna spend the money on the tickets. I would always try to find a way to like, because at the time, I would always be able to like stay with family down there every year that I've gone, so that saved a huge chunk of money for me.
Yeah.
But then I would just be like, buy the ticket and then just go blow it all on the merch, because like you're going all 3 days, you're bound to get, and I would always do that. But I don't know. I did get a couple of things at PAX East this year, but a lot of my money went to the hotel.
Yeah.
And it was a great time. Like I got to be like a VIP media for like the after party, which was so fun. That was
sick.
Yeah, that was the first time, because I'm never an after party kind of guy. Because like the ones in New York, I would just be like, I just want to go home, go back to where I stay, and just go to sleep. But no, because the after party was such a short walk from the hotel that I was staying at, I was like, I'll go.
Oh,
and it was so fun.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of the after parties after Fan Expo, and they're really fun, especially if a lot of people, like if you have a lot of friends there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you see a lot of people, like some of the cosplayers come out and stuff like that, and it's super fun. But I'm definitely like getting old now, and like going to bars and drinking till early in the morning is just like the worst.
Oh my God.
I just can't do it anymore, but it's still fun once in a while, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so great though. I'm glad you had fun.
Thanks. So you said you're gonna try to get back into like cosplaying. Is there like a dream character that you'd love to cosplay as? Like as far as like buying, like commissioning people to make the outfit or like buy the suit off them.
I would love. There's two that are like high priority. I would love to do Miranda from Mass Effect.
Ooh.
Yeah, because she's got dad ass, and oh my god, I absolutely love her. So that would definitely be like number one. And number two, I would love to do like a really like intricate Mercy cosplay. I have to think of what skin I would want. Her little fairy one is really cute. I just like I want to do Mercy because she's one of my mains in Overwatch, and she's just like a perfect angel. Um, and there is so many characters that I see that I'm like, oh my god, I would love to do that. But yeah, definitely those two would be high on the list. And of course, doing another Cortana, because every time I go to a con dressed as Cortana, it is the greatest experience of my life because no one sees that cosplay because it was full body paint head to toe, and it took hours and hours and hours.
Right.
And, like, you can only wear it once because it just rubs off, and people love that. And I mean, I love interacting with people who love Halo, and it's so fun to see. And I actually got 1 year I got 343's attention.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was there and I was at the Halo booth, and they had me come to the place where they were taking pictures in front of the big Chief versus Locke poster, and they had a Master Chief there. And it was actually my friend and who was in the costume, which was even weirder. And they had me like take pictures with people there in front of the poster, and like a couple of them people that work at 343 added me on Twitter, and like it was just so cool.
Nice.
I just love that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done a couple of outfits here and there, mainly from comic and gaming. I'm not that big into anime, to be totally honest.
I'm not either, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it just a lot of the stuff doesn't really grab me. I watch some anime shows, but not.
You're not hardcore into it.
No. But I've done like Riku from Kingdom Hearts. Still to this day, like I made his keyblade from scratch, from out of wood. Like I carved it and painted it. I'll have to send you a pic of it sometime.
Yeah, do that, definitely.
That's still one of my favorite props that I've ever done. I've cosplayed as Aquaman once, Nightwing several times because he's my favorite comic book character.
Okay.
Prompto from Final Fantasy 15, and a couple of other characters here and there, but yeah, I haven't, like, honestly, like Prompto would be the only outfit I'd still wear because of how it is. Like, it's one of his like casual skins that you could like turn on when you play the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy to wear. It's just like long jeans and a red tank top muscle shirt.
Yeah, and you definitely want to be comfortable when you're doing it. That's number one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was it were you like at your, because I know you had 2-ish weddings?
Yeah, I had it was the wedding, and then the reception was the next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So were you like, I'm gonna say maybe you were at least comfortable in your diva outfit, but were you like sweating in it like hardcore? Was it hot that day? Or
it was hot, yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely because it was a full bodysuit.
Yeah.
And that goes like all the way up to your neck.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my god, I do not want to wear this like by the end of it. And that's like most of the outfits though. Like, it is hard to find comfortable cosplay outfits, especially for women, because they're so either made of materials that aren't breathable, or, you know, it's like an awkward fitting outfit. I don't know. I'm just like, I need to start cosplaying like more characters that aren't clothed so I don't die at the cons, because it's also so hot inside the cons. It
can be. Oh my god, yeah, it can be.
It's brutal.
Yeah. Oh man. No, I'm just thinking you No, you as Miranda would be perfect. I can legit picture you as Miranda. It would be perfect.
I know. I'm like so excited to do that. I just have to find somebody to make the outfit. So again,
There's
I don't know what I'm
plenty.
doing. Yeah.
There's definitely someone out there that could make the outfit. Oh my god, I'm
That'd be so cool.
fangirling internally. Yeah.
I love it. Living for it.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we covered a lot of ground. Oh, did we talk about your music career?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Okay. So, I mean, you've done music. You've got some songs, original songs, like on Spotify and all that. So, I mean, you mentioned how like being like the sex work has allowed you, like you had said, to make your music career like not seem impossible. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen you get like gigs on some shows, radio interviews. Your songs have been on the radio in Canada, right?
In Canada, yeah.
In Canada. So I mean, I've listened to some of your stuff on Spotify. Really good. I think Juicebox and your cover of Time After Time are my favorites.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Really good. Really good.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And so how has that been? I mean,
it's been like, sorry, I keep moving because my back is sore from
that's fine.
From my surgery. It's definitely been a great experience for me so far. Like, I thought I would have a lot more people like tearing me down just because of what I do for work. But like, it's been 2 years since I released my first single. Everything was completely independently written, produced, mixed, etc. And I feel like it's been nothing but good things happening and getting better and better rather than me feeling like I'm stuck, because I just got a manager who's out in Atlanta.
Awesome.
And he's been in the music industry for 25 years, worked with so many artists, and it was a big eye-opening experience for me to like have somebody bring me out to Atlanta and tell me like, you have what it takes to be a musician and be a star. And I was like, oh my God, I do. Like, it was like that moment of recognition within myself that like, this isn't just going on cam and playing covers anymore. This is you doing what you love and still being allowed to do sex work and not have to worry about any of the fallout.
Any of the stigma or whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Because people are gonna, like, the bigger I get with music, the more people are gonna see it and obviously not be happy that, you can go on my Twitter and see my tits. But that's not the people I'm making music for,
No.
I'm making music for the people that can relate to me and respect me and understand me. And I'm so excited to just do more. But quarantine obviously has fucked that up because I can't do anything. I can't even go back to Canada.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm stuck here, and my producer can't fly out here because he's in Canada and there's border restrictions. So we were supposed to record a full album that I have written. So not my EP that's being released, but my actual album this month. And the border is closed. So it's like, I want to keep recording and making songs, but it's been a nightmare because nobody in the world can do anything right now.
Right.
I'm bummed, but
I'm bummed too.
I cannot wait for this to be over.
Yeah, I hope it's over soon. There's a part of me that will just like read updates and stuff that's going on, and it's just like there's a part of me that's just saying like
it's not getting better.
No, like it'd be a miracle if we get out of this by Christmas. I don't see it happening.
Yep, I feel the exact same way, honestly.
People are stupid.
No, literally though. Like, they are so dumb. And no one, like, I still see people talking about how it's a conspiracy.
Oh my God.
And it's like, people are dying, but okay.
Yeah. Like, I read that I think New Zealand is one of the only countries that has been able to shut it down, like shut the pandemic down. They're done with it.
Yep.
I think so. It's like, oh, good. Yeah, you're listening to science. Good.
I know. But the thing with that is that, well, number one, they're not as ignorant as people in the States, obviously.
No.
So they just did what they had to do, but they're also a smaller country.
Well, that's true. Yeah, smaller country.
So, yeah. And being in the States, like there's millions of people, and I'm gonna say a very high percentage of the people either don't believe that it's real or they don't care. Like it's not gonna happen to them, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm hoping for soon. I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
We'll see.
Right. Let's see. Got your nerd history, got your music career, got sex work has changed. What your thoughts on it? Melding with cosplay. Going down the list. No, that's it.
We did good.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I hope you all had a lot of fun with this. Thank you so much, Laika, for being on the show.
Thank you.
Coming on. Oh yeah, that's the thing. We kind of got to know each other more after did I? No, that's right. No, yeah, she bought turnips on my island and made a lot of money. That was how we started to get to know each other a little bit more and got a little bit closer. Yeah.
Yes, I remember that. That was hilarious. Yeah. It's so cute.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great. Yeah. I haven't really had any high turnip prices lately.
I've given up on the game, so I've like literally given up at this point because I ran out of things to do. So
I'm scared that I'm hitting that point too, or it's just like now I'm just like logging on after 8 o'clock, see what the store has. You got anything? No. I like my villagers. I do the thing where I hit the rock with the shovel until I get the one that had the money that comes out, and then I'm done.
Then you're done for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was at too. And I'm just, I mean, maybe there's more stuff to do now because I haven't played it in a while, so I might try to jump back into it. But for the most part, there's like a plateau, and then it's like you're doing the same thing every single day.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is with all the Animal Crossing games, and it's just like now I'm just hoping that they'll have more updates. I mean, they do have more updates planned.
Yeah.
But I hope they get more stuff that like gets me coming back because I mean, I need my man Brewster to come back and give me coffee. That's what I did all the time in City Folk.
Yeah.
I would go down to the bar or the coffee shop and drink coffee, and that was it.
Oh, but that's cute.
That is cute. Yeah, I'm a coffee guy.
Same. I'm drinking coffee right now.
So am I.
But I need it to survive. It's my second one of the day.
This is my third or second one. Yeah, I had. Well, no, because I think it's my second real one because the first one didn't count because I had issues with my my Keurig machine where I guess I needed to descale it with vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
And like, cause the brew came out and it was all chunky, like the milk and or the cream was chunky, and it was like that was the sign. Was like, okay, yeah, I need to put the thing through vinegar.
Yeah.
And it worked.
I do that. Yep, I do that with like my kettle and like other stuff. It gets all, like you said, calcified and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, chunky milk. That's where we're gonna end this on.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. So again, if you guys want to support the show, please rate and review it on whatever platform you got or you listen to it to. If you, my Patreon is free to subscribe to, but if you do become a patron, I can send you stickers and a little thank you note. And that's all I got. Right. If they want to follow your stuff, Laika, where do they want to go?
So it's under I Hate Laika.
Your Instagram, yep.
Yeah, and my Twitter is the same, I believe. And my OnlyFans is I'm Not Laika.
Okay.
Hee.
And it's worth it. Trust me.
Thank you.
It's good stuff if you're into that stuff. And yeah, just stay tuned for the next episode whenever that comes out. And thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave a review and feedback. You can also support the show through Anchor's listener support or on my Patreon, patreon.com/lightningpalace. For more cosplay news and coverage, visit the Lightning Palace on Blogspot and follow Lightning Palace on Twitter and Instagram. See you all next time.